Hello, just wanted to go over what we're going to be doing for science this week. We're moving into adaptations. I know there were a few questions last week on adaptations and the two types that we've been talking about, physical and behavioral. So I would like to start on slide 1, which just introduces the topic that we're going to be talking about. And slide 2 goes over the I can statement. So after this lesson, you'll be able to infer the function of basic adaptations. Slide 3 is where you're going to start having to do some of the work on your own. So you're going to actually read this book. If you click on the link right here, it'll read it aloud for you. So it says, click on this link to watch and listen to the book. Try to be slick and predict and guess the animals before he turns the pages. And then when you're done, and you may actually want to keep this open because you may have to go back and forth. So you're going to be looking at animals. It says choose one animal from the physical adaptation from the book and explain how their physical adaptations can also be used as a behavioral adaptation. So one has been done for you. You need to choose a different one for each of these different physical adaptations that they're talking about. You can use it more than once, but try to find different animals if possible throughout the book that they're talking about. And then, of course, give me how that animal's physical adaptation helps their behavioral adaptation. Okay. So when you're done with that, on slide 4, you're actually going to click on the box here. It's going to go to a Study Jams videos for you to watch on adaptations. And then you're going to answer these questions based on that video. So again, you may want to have this video up while you're actually answering these questions. Might make it a little bit easier for you guys. And then when you move on to slide 5, 5 and 6, you'll notice they're the same color background. So these two really go together. The assignment is for you guys to select 2 of these organisms that are down here below, and you're going to do just a little bit of research. Really, the information is there on the pages for you, so you're really just kind of hunting down the information that they're asking for. So when you click on the image, it's going to take you to a certain link. So you would want to open up that link and read about it. On slide 6 is where you're going to have to now give 2 examples. So you're only going to be choosing 2 of these. So you may want to take some time to actually look over each of these different animals or organisms, because as we can see here, it's a plant. Some of them are animals. So you may want to take some time to look over it and see which ones might be a little bit easier for you to understand or to be able to read, and choose the ones that you feel like really interest you. So use those 2 as examples here for yourself. We have actually also provided one for you to use just to kind of guide you a little bit. So we actually use the cypress trees, and we talked about the physical adaptations, behavioral adaptations, and how do the adaptations help the organism survive. So you're going to use this as an example. And you can see here that we are using complete sentences. So make sure that your responses are in complete sentences. And what you could do for the example, if you want, you can just kind of copy and paste the picture into the spots here. Okay. So again, you're just going to be choosing 2 more. We've already done one for you. So choose 2 of these that interest you. And then you need to tell us about their behavioral adaptations, and how do the adaptations help the organism survive. Okay. So these 2 slides go together. And then the last one is one that you've seen before. This is something that we've kind of kept consistent for you guys. It's basically, what are you learning? Or what have you learned even from just this lesson on adaptation? So just fill in the spots, and it's basically kind of starting up top and then moving its way down. So you can insert pictures, or if you would like to just choose words, that's fine. This one doesn't need to be in complete sentences. This one usually is just asking for a word or a few words or a short phrase to answer that. Slide 8, you have seen this again. This is really just to kind of check your understanding. Really, you're grading yourself on this one. Thinking about what you've learned from just this lesson. Do you have it, meaning that you really fully understand it? I got most of it. You mostly understand it. I sort of get it and I don't get it, I'm really confused, because this also allows me to see if you're still needing some assistance. And obviously, I'll be able to look back at your slides and see how you answered those questions too, and how you filled out the graphic organizer on slide 7. Slide 9 is actually just the one may do for this week, and this is where you're just going to be watching another Wildcrafts video and answering the questions that are below. So I've given you an example in last week's assignment. So if you need to go back to it, and it's really just letting you know or reminding you that you should be answering your questions in complete sentences or to the fullest. Don't give me just short little vague answers or phrases. They really need to be good sentences that fully help me to understand that you know this information. So, give me everything that you've got, okay? And then, of course, slide 10, you're not doing anything here. That is just actually when you go to click on the owl here, it'll take you to slide 10. So that's basically the information, if that's what you're choosing to do, is the owl. So don't worry about slide 10. There's nothing that you're doing on that unless you're choosing the owl. It'll just take you directly there. So that's all that is, okay? If you have any questions on this, please make sure that you ask me on the discussion board as soon as you can, so that way I can help guide you through it, or answer any questions that you have. I'm going to be checking back periodically through the week and making sure that you are completing all of them. When you're done, make sure that you are submitting all of your assignments. I'm noticing that some of you guys look like you're done because you've answered everything. So I'm assuming that you're done, but maybe you hadn't submitted it. It really helps, because that's the first ones that I look at, are the ones that have been submitted, because that lets me know that that student has fully looked over it and they feel like they've given me the best work that they can. So please make sure that you are submitting all of your work. But again, if you have any questions, just let me know. And again, give me your best work. All right, bye, you guys.